Okay, this is Shantae with Brown and Sugar Talks for Timeless Tuesday. So I saw something that was like really interesting or whatever. Um, I saw something that said the question was from Kevin Hart, and he said, "Why do people choose pride over progress?" I think pride is comfortable. Also, we are stuck in our traditions. Like, we so stuck in traditions that people have beaten into us, because some of this stuff was beaten into us. I remember the first time that I ever wanted to say the word hate. I was like almost 30 some years old. And it's like I started realizing that it's just a lot of shit that I hated. And it was like I had wanted to say the word like so many fucking times and I couldn't. So when I first said it, I just like burst into tears. Like it's just like, it was just like so beaten into me that hate was like a bad word. It was popped into me. It was knocked into me. All this different shit like hate. You can't say the word hate. And I mean, it was hard for me to say hate. What else? It was like something else I had to get over where when you speak to people, like the preaching stuff though, I got over that quick, because when I found out like preachers will sleep around and mess with people's wives and try to flirt with you, and I was just like, nah, this dude a man. Like he not a superhuman, he just a regular person. So the whole thing about, I guess, the whole thing about progress over pride is like, sometimes we see all this stuff is like, this is how it is, and a lot of it came from church. So then a lot of people don't want to go against church. I also just saw this guy, he was preaching, and this is what I'm talking about. He was like, yeah, you ain't writing down lessons, like you still taking loans, and you still messing with the next man or whatever. And it's like, sometimes it's easier said than done. Like it's almost like we look at the person or the situation, and we don't look at the progress. Such as, like, I'm going to give up the example of Chloe and the girl Jordan and the guy Tristan. Even though Tristan is the main person at fault, Jordan is just as much at fault, because Jordan is Chloe's friend. So Jordan is Chloe's friend. So we're not looking at the bond that the two women need to have together. Like, where's the bond that they have to have? And that's sometimes, like, then people transfer that into saying, well, we blaming women. You're not blaming women. You're not looking at the bond that they supposed to have together, especially since I've been through both of the situations. And I see this one as a bond that Jordan broke. Not that Chloe broke, but Jordan broke the bond. Jordan had no reason going after or saying anything to that person. I was in a situation just the same as my friend. Like, I was put in a situation where the guy, he actually told her, I want to speak to your friend. I knew that she liked him very much. Like, I knew she liked him a lot. And this either after my friend so-called screwed me over. I got on the phone. It was like so easy for me to tell him, like, I don't like you. Like, to this day, I still don't like him. I still probably, if I saw him, I don't know if I would find him attractive. Like, even though now I think it's okay for me to talk to him, it's just the whole fact of, like, that was my friend. She really did care about him. She truly, in her heart, cared about him. Now, if this is a situation with a friend that felt like I shouldn't, when she dated my like one of my good friends, and then felt like he couldn't come into my room and talk to me, then that's a different situation too. It's like, okay, well, I just feel like some things just, it depends on the situation. Now, if Chloe and Tristan broke up, and then he brings Tristan to her house to parade Tristan around, then yeah, go after Tristan. But in this situation, no. Like, you have to look at the bond first between the girl and Chloe. Like, you can't go back and forth and then decide, okay, well, this is the situation and this is how it's supposed to go. So on this one, I don't agree with Lonnie Love, because I know Lonnie Love was like, well, let's put up, let's say that it's Tristan's fault. It's not Tristan's fault. It's not, I mean, it is Tristan's fault, but it's not Tristan's fault, because she keeps accepting him back. But whose fault it is the person that she goes to for support, which is her friend. If you gonna be a friend, then be a real friend. Don't be a person that's just like you there, or how could you? And they young too, so that's the other thing. They young, but at the same time, it's like, no, if you gonna be a friend, be a friend. That's it. Period. Like, it is not Tristan's fault. And I don't know if he's putting people against each other. He is hormonal though. Like, that's something else. He is very sexually active and manipulative. That's the whole thing. So that's something that Chloe has to deal with, but Jordan did not have to become a part of that. I don't know. So again, pride over progress. It's like we take every situation, and it's like we think that every situation has the same answer, and all the situations don't have the same answer. Like, the answers are completely fucking different. Like, it is like, no, it is a completely different answer, and it's so many different types of levels to what a friendship is and where a friendship is supposed to go. So, like, that is completely fucking disrespectful. What she did is disrespectful. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I don't feel like it's something that needs to be, I don't feel like it's something that needs to be completely discussed over and over again. This is just the whole fact of the matter of friend code and different things like that. And if your friend is not open to you dating the person that they broke up with, then maybe you shouldn't do it. And then again, you could discuss that with your friend if it's something that you really feel like you have to do. And as a friend, if you know that person is not right for you, you don't ever want to get back with the person, and the other person is so much better for them, then why do you do that? Like, that's another code. I'm just like, this shit is stupid. Why would you hold other people back from being happy and in love and you were the person, or you caused the situation to break up in the first place? Sometimes it's like, why? It's like we always want to be so fucking selfish and just like try to keep things to ourselves. You cannot keep people to yourself. People need to experience life to grow. They need to have different conversations with people to grow. And just because you have a different conversation with the opposite sex does not always mean you're attracted to that person. I do find myself, I enjoy talking to older men. Not that I want to sleep with older men. I just enjoy the conversation because they so free with who they, like, it's almost like, okay, so what? You are an attractive woman. I talk to you. You know, like, it's just like, you are attractive as a woman, Shantae. Therefore, I talk to you. Or, Shantae, it's so easy to talk to you because you are actually a happy person. And I come in, I can be sad, pitiful. I can be happy and joyous. I can be everything. But at the end of the day, I'm honest. I just enjoy it. Like, I just enjoy talking to people that I feel like, okay, this is even older women. I love talking to older women too. I just like that they are just something they experienced and they got stuff to tell you. And sometimes they not experienced and they don't have shit to tell you. Sometimes they just need to know just as much as you do, and they have just as much to share, or equally the same amount of space to share with the information that they have. So it's like, you just those little tidbits of life. Or even sometimes kids, they just so, like, if they talk, they so interested in watching them draw or just watching them explore their little world or whatever. It's almost like we miss out on so much trying to live by a code. That's the pride that's the pride I'm talking about, because sometimes pride can come in different ways. Like, it can come in like so many different ways. But for me, that's the pride I'm talking about, where it's like you never let go of something that somebody's already put into your head. Like, somebody already told you that the preacher was the best. So, that was beat into you. It's the preacher. When you go to the church, you got to respect. But what if the preacher never respected you? So who the fuck is it that's going to say, well, you respected the preacher? I remember the preacher sat in the pulpit and talks about my sister because she had children. He also talks about another girl because she had children out of wedlock. Well, we lived in a city where men are children. Like, a lot of them are incarcerated. A lot of men are missing. There's murders and stuff going on. We got drugs in the community. We got all this bullshit going on. And you talking about how many kids they have out of wedlock. Because at the end of the day, a person would love to be loved. At the end of the day, we all want to be loved. We all want each other to, we want to hold hands, hold each other. You cannot tell me, even the person that's just sitting somewhere just alone and lonely, you want a hug. Like, I seriously, yeah, what, Friday, I needed a fucking hug. Like, it was just like, I would have took a hug from anybody, but I was afraid to ask the next person to give me a hug. Even though on a normal day, if I felt regular and awesome, I would have just said, hey, can I have a hug? But it was just like something that was just in me that was like, you can't ask because you need it. It should be, if you need it, then you need to ask. And that's something that's hard to get over, because that's that pride that we have that's over the progress. And that is like, that's where I'm at with that one. It's just like, you cannot start to, or just like forget about that you need things. And at the essence of us, love is what you need. Like, love is like something that you need, but you won't ever ask for. Like, you won't be like, okay, well, I need this, you know. But we all need it. Like, we really do. We need it from friends, we need it from family, we need it from pets, wherever we can get it from. You need love. Love is that thing that you need. It's that thing that helps you grow. And touch, we need touch too. We need nice handshakes and nice things. You know, you need all this stuff. So it's almost like, it's just like, let me just take it from you. That's how I feel like somebody out there, like, let me just keep it all from you because you don't need anything. You'll just be fine. And it's like, well, no, I'm not fine. I need those things. I need those things to survive as a human being. I don't need to be out here in some soloist part, just on some island, just like fucked up by myself. No, I need that comfort. I need that conversation. I need all those things, just like every other human being does. So, I don't know. That's where I'm at with that. It's just, I don't know. And that's the part of fear that is so fearful. It's like, Shantae, you have been living out here in this world without anybody. Like, it's like, I'm just on this fucking island and I can't touch anybody. Like, I can't touch anything around me. I can't feel realness. The realness that I used to have, or the connections I had with people, I can't feel them no more. And it's like, how do I repair that damage of what it is, you know? And the thing is like, somebody else might take this and be like, fuck her up. Fuck her up. This is your chance. Fuck that bitch up. And then somebody else can take it and use it to help themselves, because that's what I'm saying. Like, I have no pride. Like, love is stronger than pride. Love is stronger than pride. So, and that's it. Like, it's either you want to hear it or you don't. You want to know the truth or you don't want to know the truth. And that's where I'm at with that one. I don't know how, but I know. Okay, so anyway, for infidelity is something that can also go into pride over progress. Because your pride will tell you that you need that man to stay in your life, which he can stay in your life if it's an open situation where y'all can talk about and discuss, are you good for me or are you not good for me? But it's not going to be if you take the pride and be like, okay, well, I am the person that will you will need all the time, because I put so much into you and this, that, and the other, and all that, you know, like you gonna feel like you put a lot into that person. But to put a lot into that person and that person also to put a lot into you, you have to also stop and be like, what did he put into me? How did he help me grow? And I think that's something that helped me be able to like look at a person and be like, I'm not helping you. What I'm doing is I'm turning you down. And I first saw this with one guy. First I saw it with the guy who was my friend. And I turned him into my boyfriend. And we broke up within a week because I was so needy. And this was like in high school. Then I got out of high school and I started a job. And I just latched on to this other guy. And I was doing the same thing. I wanted him to buy me flowers and bring me roses and give me a car. Like, I wanted everything. And he was basically breaking himself trying to keep me happy. When I finally noticed it, he left. But at this time, I was able to like become his friend because I already knew what I was doing to him. He never told me that he was broke. Until one day he just was like, I'm broke. I'm trying to like keep food in the house. I'm trying to do this, that, and the other. And I'm going broke trying to help you, trying to be there for you. And it was like, okay, that was like such a big wake up call, because I had no idea that happened. Like that was happening. When I noticed it was happening, then I realized I'm not good for him, because I nag him. I'm taking his money. I'm not helping him. I'm not providing him with anything else outside. I was staying in his apartment. Every time I didn't get what I wanted, I would just whine about it. I mean, it was just like over and over again, to the